Hey everyone, this is Adam, and today I'm going to be showing you a quick tutorial on how to export your Figma Designs text content to an Airtable spreadsheet, which you can then update in Airtable and then re-import the text updates back into your Figma Designs automatically. And we're going to do that using the CopyDoc Figma plugin. So to get started, all we need to do is go to our Figma file, go down to the little actions icon down here at the bottom, and if you click on that and search for CopyDoc, so that's CopyDoc, and under the plugins tab, if you click on the CopyDoc item, you can run the plugin by either clicking on this little run button down here, or I'd recommend clicking on the save icon next to that, and that'll let you run the plugin from your plugins list. So I've already clicked on this save button here, so I'm just going to close off that panel and go to my canvas, then just right click anywhere, go down to plugins, and then go down to saved plugins and click on the CopyDoc item. And that's just going to run the plugin we saved a second ago. So you'll notice that the plugin has a bunch of different features, but today we're just going to be focusing on the export Figma text layers feature and then the re-import text updates to Figma feature. So we're just going to be basically touching on these two buttons, the export text layers button and then the import text layers button. So I'm going to go through these step by step with you now. So to get started, all we need to do is click on the export text layers button. And if you do that, you'll notice that it basically brings up a panel showing all of the frames on your current Figma page, and it allows you to select which frames you want to export. So by default, it basically just exports it to a local Excel spreadsheet file, so just directly to your computer. But if you click on that drop down, you'll notice that we have a few other different options as well. So we can do Excel, CSV, JSON, Word docs, all sorts of things like that. But for today, we're going to be focusing on this external API option, which is going to be the Airtable option. So if you go ahead and click on the Airtable option in the drop-down list, you'll notice that the content over here changes. So it's now asking us for a few different fields. So I'm going to show you exactly how to get all of these fields. So the first thing we need to do is actually paste in our Airtable URL. So to do that, we just go to our web browser and log into your Airtable account. So that's just at airtable.com. And if you go to your workspace, you can basically create a workspace, and underneath the workspace, you can create a new Airtable by either clicking on this create button here, or you can click on the blue create button in the left-hand side here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And today I'm just going to be using my CopyDoc workspace. So that's where I'm going to store my CopyDoc related spreadsheet in this case. And then what you want to do is just click on the build an app on your own button. So this option on the right here, just go ahead and click on that. And that's just going to start a fresh Airtable with no content in it. And you can see here it's just called untitled at the moment. So we can go ahead and just rename that. So we can call it something like movie app content. And you can just customize that to be whatever you want. So now that I've changed the name of that here, that's ready to go. And you'll notice that there's no content in the table at all. I'm just going to close off this sidebar here to see that a bit better. But we're in the grid view, which is basically just the default table view. So this is perfect. This is just a blank new Airtable that we're going to upload our Figma content into. So what we need to do, as asked for in the plugin, is we need to paste in our Airtable URL. So in this case, we're going to paste in the Airtable URL that we just created. So I'm going to copy that to my clipboard from the URL bar in the browser, and I'm just going to paste that into the URL field here. So that's good to go. It's telling us that it's a valid Airtable URL, so we've done it correctly. And then the next thing we need to do is paste in our token. So the token is basically what allows you to authenticate Airtable with the Figma plugin. So in this case, I'm just going to click on the token link here, which is going to take me to the Airtable tokens page. And because I'm already logged in, it's brought us to the personal access tokens page. So all you need to do is click on the create token button, and that's going to allow us to create a brand new token. So I would go ahead and name this something that's relevant. So in this case, we're just going to call it CopyDoc Figma plugin token, just so you can go back to it later and understand what the token was being used for. And then importantly, you'll notice that in brackets here, it's telling us that we need to add the schema bases and the schema record scopes. So what that means is under this scopes option here, you basically have to click on the add a scope button. And then what we want to do is we want to add those scopes. So we want to do the data records read, data records write, and then the other one was schema and bases. So we're going to scroll down that list and we're going to find the schema option. So you can see we've got schema basis read and also schema bases right. And what this basically allows us to do is grant the token permission for the plugin to both read and write to your Airtable. So that's going to allow us to upload the text from Figma into Airtable and then read the updated content back into our Figma plugin. So it's quite important to make sure those are all selected. And that's basically it. The last thing you need to do is just choose what tables or what workspaces you want to give this token access to in your Airtable. So in this case, I'm just going to make sure it works across all workspaces. But if you only want it to be authenticated with a specific table, you can customize that further as well. But just to keep it simple, I'm going to do that for now, and then I'm going to click Create Token. So once that happens, you'll only be shown the token once. So make sure you copy it to your clipboard by clicking that button there. And we can go ahead and paste that into our Figma plugin here. And it might also be worth saving that somewhere else securely, like a password manager or something like that, but it's totally up to you. So I'll just leave you to figure that out for yourself. But as long as you've copied it to your clipboard and pasted it into the plugin, that's pretty much good to go. And the last thing we need to do is just give this a label. So this label is what's going to show up later because we can add multiple Airtable links in our plugin here. This is just what it's going to make the drop-down option label called. So in this case, I'm just going to mirror that to what I've called my content over here. So I'm just going to copy that title and I'm going to use that for the same option here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on Save Airtable. That's going to authenticate it and make sure it's loaded. So it looks like it's just saved it. So now we've got the movie app content as a saved table. So that means it's all working as expected. So all we need to do now is click on the Export Airtable button. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. And what that's going to do is it's going to take all the text content from the frame we selected here, and it's going to upload all of that to our Airtable that we just pasted into the plugin. So this will just take a moment. It's going to upload all those rows. So it's telling us that it's synced 27 rows into Airtable, which means that if we now go back to our browser, but as you can see, it's looking good. We've got all of the content that we just exported from our Figma file. So I'll run through this with you now, and then I'll show you how to update this and re-import it back into the Figma file. So you'll notice here that we've got a few different fields. The ID is basically the layer ID of all of your text layers in Figma. So these are very special values in the sense that they're all unique and they all map to a very specific Figma layer. So this is the way that the plugin can tell which text layers to update and what content is going to be updated for those texts. So whatever you do, just don't change any of these ID values. Those need to be the same. And then basically we've got some information where it's showing us what frame it was under, what group it was under, the layer name, and the Figma text. So what we can do is we can either update things like the layer name. So if we wanted to change this particular layer name, we could change that in here. But for today, I'm just going to be focusing on making actual text content updates. And all of those are done under the Figma_text column. So for example, if we wanted to change No Time to Die title, which is just showing up over here, we would basically just edit this field over here. And instead we could do something like Casino Royale and change that title. So that would be one example. In this sense, we can also change any of these minutes. So we could basically change this to like 4 minutes or something like that, just to make it a bit obvious. And you can basically go through and change whatever you want. So we could call this one The Avengers and update a few of those different ones. If we called this one, you know, Batman or something like that, we can basically change all of these text contents. And then once you're happy with these text edits in Airtable, we can now go back into our Figma file, close off the export panel here. And as I mentioned before, we're now going to click on the other option, which is the Import Text Layers button. And once that loads up, you'll see, because we already selected the export format to be Airtable, it's already syncing that option up in our import option, just to make that a bit easier. So you can see that we've got the option of importing from a file. So if we exported it from an Excel to an Excel file locally, we can drag and drop those in. But of course, today we're going to be focusing on importing from an Airtable URL. And because we've already added our option over here, we can just go ahead and make sure that's selected. So that's going to be the Airtable that we're going to load the content from. We've already got our key saved in there, so you don't need to paste that in again. And now all we need to do is click on the Load Airtable Preview button here in the plugin. And that's now going to go fetch all of the content from Airtable and it's going to show us any content that has changed from the Figma file itself. So it's basically doing a little summary of all the content that's been updated since it was exported to Airtable, and it's giving us a summary of those changes here. So we can go through those by clicking on this little text icon here. That's automatically going to jump to all of the places where the text layers have been updated in the Airtable content, and that'll basically allow you to go through each one, see exactly what content has been changed in the Airtable, and then it's up to you to pick which changes you want to accept. So in this case, I'm just going to change all 4 of these layers to show you how it works. So I'm just going to click on the Update Figma Text Layers button over here, and once I click on that, you can see it's basically saying it's updated 4 Figma text layers, and we can verify that by again going through those text layers, and you can see that Black Widow has been changed to the Avengers over here, and we've got our No Time to Die has been updated to Casino Royale, and we've got Batman Returns here, and then this 4-minute version of the movie June. So yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to show you that concept. If you're an Airtable user and you've been wondering how to more easily sync your content between Figma and an Airtable spreadsheet or Airtable table, this is a really easy way to automate that between your Figma file and your Airtable account. This is a new integration in the CopyDoc plugin. So if you're using the plugin and if you're using Airtable, please feel free to give it a try. And hopefully it's easy enough to follow. It's just a few initial steps that we just went through. But once you've got it all hooked up, it's actually quite easy because you're basically just going back in, clicking the export button, and that'll basically re-update the content. So for example, if I basically changed this to be like June 3 or something like that, and then I re-changed the genre over here. So if I called this adventure or something like that, and then we now exported the Airtable, that's basically gone ahead and resynced those rows. So now if we go back to Airtable, you'll notice that the content is automatically updated. So we've basically now got June 3 reflected in the Airtable, and we've also got the adventure label that has been added up here as well. So it's quite real time. It basically just updates your Airtable content on the fly. And then again, we could just repeat that process, change this content again, and then re-import that back into Figma and over again. So yeah, this is a really easy way of managing your content with external stakeholders for things like legal reviews or anyone who just prefers to edit their content outside of the Figma file. So we'll leave it there for today. Hopefully that was simple and an easy way to set up your Airtable with Figma. And thank you as always for watching. We'll be back with more Figma tutorials like this one very soon.